What if I told you attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status, but about psychological triggers that secretly pulled people toward you? You've probably seen someone walk into a room and, without saying a word, everyone's attention locks on them. Why? It's not magic. It's not luck. It's hidden psychology at play. Today I'm revealing 7 little-known tricks backed by human behavior science that can make people feel drawn to you, sometimes instantly. And here's the catch. Once you know them, you'll see them everywhere. Think about this for a second. How many times have you met someone and felt an instant connection, even though you barely knew them? Almost like your brain whispered, "This person feels right." That's not random. It's your subconscious responding to micro-behaviors and psychological cues that trigger attraction. Most people assume attraction is purely physical, but science tells a different story. Studies in social psychology reveal that up to 80% of attraction is subconscious, influenced by body language, emotional cues, and primal instincts that date back thousands of years. But here's the problem. Because these cues are invisible to the logical mind, most people walk through life completely blind to them. They wonder why some individuals become magnets of attention while others stay unnoticed. The truth, those magnetic people aren't necessarily smarter, richer, or better looking. They simply, knowingly or unknowingly, use psychological tricks that speak directly to the brain's emotional center. And that's exactly what you're about to discover. From subtle eye movements to the way you use silence, these tricks can change how people feel about you, without you ever saying, "Like me." So, let's uncover these hidden levers of attraction, one by one. Here are the 7 hidden psychological tricks that make people instantly attracted to you. 1. The power of delayed eye contact. Most people either avoid eye contact or overdo it, making things awkward. The secret: hold eye contact for just a second longer than normal, then look away slowly. This tiny delay creates a dopamine spark in the other person's brain, signaling confidence and subtle interest. It's the difference between being forgettable and unforgettable. 2. Mirroring without copying. Humans love people who feel familiar. When you mirror someone's posture, tone, or gestures, but in a natural, not robotic way, their subconscious registers you as similar. Similarity equals safety. Safety equals attraction. But here's the twist. Mirror with a slight delay. If they cross their legs, wait a few seconds before you do. This keeps it invisible, but incredibly effective. 3. The scarcity effect in conversation. People want what feels rare. Instead of oversharing, drop small, intriguing hints about your life, then move on. For example, "Yeah, I picked up a strange habit while traveling in Asia. Anyway," and leave it hanging. Your brain automatically fills in gaps, making the other person curious and invested in you. 4. The vocal shift. Research shows that lowering your tone slightly, especially at the end of sentences, projects confidence and authority. But here's the hidden hack. Vary your pacing. Speak slower during important points, then speed up slightly during lighter ones. This roller coaster of rhythm keeps listeners hooked, almost like music. 5. The accidental touch. A light, context-appropriate touch on the shoulder, arm, or back, lasting less than 2 seconds, releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Done naturally, it builds warmth and connection. Done awkwardly, it feels forced. The trick? Tie it to the moment. Example, laughing, then lightly tapping their arm. 6. The mystery gap. Attraction thrives on curiosity. Instead of laying everything about yourself on the table, hold back 10 to 20%. If you're telling a story, leave a small detail untold. If you're asked about your weekend, don't list every activity. This mystery gap makes people lean in, psychologically craving to know more. 7. The magnetic pause. Most people fear silence, but silence is powerful. If you pause right after saying something impactful, the brain interprets your words as more valuable. Example, you know the biggest mistake people make in relationships? Pause. They try to be interesting instead of being interested. That pause forces the mind to cling to your words. It's magnetic. Here's the most powerful and darkest truth of all. Attraction isn't really about the other person. It's about how you make their brain feel. Your mind is wired for survival, constantly scanning. Is this person safe? Are they valuable? Do they make me feel alive? The 7 tricks you just learned bypass logic and whisper directly to the emotional brain. They make people feel a spark of familiarity, a jolt of curiosity, or a surge of safety, without them ever realizing why. Think about it. Delayed eye contact ignites dopamine. Subtle mirroring releases comfort. Scarcity fuels curiosity. Pauses command respect. These aren't coincidences. They're psychological buttons. But here's the twist most people don't realize. These same buttons can be used manipulatively. Entire industries, advertising, politics, even cult leaders exploit these triggers to control attention and loyalty. So the real question is, will you use these tricks to build genuine connection and self-growth, or let them be used against you without you even knowing? Now that you understand these hidden levers of attraction, here's the good news. You don't need to master all 7 today. Start with just one, maybe delayed eye contact or the magnetic pause, and watch how people respond. Over time, layering these behaviors will transform the way people experience you. Not because you're pretending, but because you're learning to communicate with the brain's real language, psychology. Remember, attraction is less about trying to impress and more about creating a feeling. So next time you walk into a room, instead of worrying about what people think of you, focus on what subtle signal you're giving their subconscious. And here's the challenge. Pick one of these 7 tricks and try it today. Watch carefully how people respond. You may be surprised at how magnetic you already are once you unlock the psychology behind it. Because in the end, the greatest magnet isn't beauty, wealth, or power. It's understanding the hidden rules of the human mind. So I'll leave you with this question. If attraction is just psychology, then who really controls it? You or the invisible buttons being pushed in your brain?